Hi, my name is Memunat Manzuma. I am a tech evangelist, advocate of women in tech. I set out with a global organization where I serve as the regional ecosystem coordinator for North Central. Okay, so I started my early education at Lafiaji in the local government area of Kwara State, and of course my secondary school in Minna, which is Niger State. And so I proceeded to my NC where I studied computer biology, and from there upgraded to Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University. I studied computer science in my degree level. So I chose to study computer science for a purpose. First, I'm a very curious type. I love practicals. I love seeing what I do. So during my NC level, most times, though we have biology lab and computer lab, but most times when I practice, I see the results immediately. So I find the love in computer science more than any other subject. And from there, I start growing, writing languages, and that's how we just kick off. Why tech? All right. So I'm a very curious type, as I said earlier, and it made me to, find out more details about tech. Whenever I write code, I always ask myself, is that the end? After writing the code, does that code remain on this desktop, because we use desktop during that time? Does that end there? Why are people using internet? I keep on asking questions. I keep on all the time, like I'm not just resting on it. So I keep on asking questions. And the fact also remains that, I'm a female. So most times I ask this question, people look at me and say, oh, why are you so curious about tech? It's a guy thing, right? We find guys doing these things like engineering side, pressing computers, carrying computers in their backpack and all. So I feel so, if a guy can do this, then let me try it out if possible. So that's how I just, started, coding and advancing. Thank God to community, I joined community at my early stage in university. I became the ambassador for WTM and also joined GDG as a co-organizer. So from there, I meet a lot of people, I started exploring all my codes that I've been writing for years. I started knowing how to use it properly. I started knowing how to share it with people, sharing the idea with people, learning more about this. And the most important thing is the fact that I always like being unique. So whenever I go out at tech events, I count the room. Sometimes we are just 2 ladies out of the 20 guys there. So I used to feel like, oh, so I'm in a place that they can notice me easily. So that's how it went. And, I just enjoyed tech, the fact that I'm curious. And the more I keep on asking questions, the more I get the answers to my questions with results immediately. In 2011, I joined a tech company where I sat at a software developer. And, then there wasn't anything like front end or back end. So you have to do the end together. So I was a software developer, and it was quite amazing, learning from other experts in the team, building softwares that you see users use, you get feedback from there, and you improve and scale that product. So I also, work as both remote and on-site. And from there, I transit to other tech companies and also global tech companies as well. I wrote code for 10 years. Then I transit into developers relation, where I served a remote company. So of course, with the passion of tech community, I was able to dish out my duties in line and meet the KPI of the company. So I served at other community, tech community, such as the GDG, Minna, WTM Minna, and also as a ecosystem mentor for Sub-Saharan Africa, WTM. where I stayed for 2 years, mentoring the ambassadors all over the Sub-Sahara, Africa, Anglophone countries. I also work as a PM at Quagga Resources, where I coordinate and serve as the bridge between the company and the stakeholders, and also meet up with the demand in the community and also the company as well. Currently, I serve with a global agency where I served as the regional ecosystem coordinator for North Central, and of course coordinating about 2K members in the community. I organize meetings, make sure that the ecosystem are in order, the key stakeholders, they are in line, and making sure that the program is running smoothly and amicably. And also onboarding more organizations into the system, because it has to do with interacting with organizations and also individuals. This project is actually to promote and to also reduce the unemployment rate in the country and increase the economic growth in the country. So I have been doing amazing good, and I enjoyed serving with this global agency, and it has been good. Well, I miss coding. Yes, I miss coding, and not really that I quit totally. Once in a while I come around, but honestly, apart from the bulk aspect, I miss coding. Okay, so during my life as a software developer, I did not really face much challenges, because as I said earlier, I work both on-site and remote, and whenever I have issues, I communicate with the senior dev in the company. But transiting into a developers relation, which has to do with more of community, and of course, due to my advocacy in North Central, I had to move from one state to the other. It was a little bit challenging at a point. It looks more restricting. So my role was not really serving well if I had to just do with one state. So it takes me a long time to, convince the company that my role, I am capable. As the father, I'm a female, I am capable to, carry out this task. And it's one of the things I have done before. Last year, I attended DevFest, about 17 DevFests within 3 months. So it's a long one. So with that, I was able to convince them, and now, I can move between the states and making sure that the program is moving, smoothly as expected. When I'm not coding, what I do, I spend time with my family. I visit my family, spend time with them. Then I love cooking, especially African dishes. Like I love two rice, that's Zimbochi and Sansoni, and also amala. Anything swallow with draw. I love cooking a lot. I can spend hours in the kitchen, cooking amazing dishes. And I also love traveling. I travel a lot, I travel a lot. It makes me relax. Whenever I'm stressed out, whenever I feel, I need to go for a vacation, I travel. So when I'm on transit, I have time to relax my head. I sleep a lot, and also meet new people during my transit. Well, I do have burnout, and as earlier mentioned, I get over it, with those tips of my routines. I sleep sometimes. I listen to my favorite musics, and travel. So I travel a lot. During my travel, I sleep and refresh my brain. I have 2 quotes, yeah. So the first is more like motivation. We are not a human being with spiritual experience. Rather, we are spiritual beings with material experience. And the second, of course, is my 3 I's, which is influence, impact, and income. Something just ringed my head, during my days in university, I had someone gisting about me, saying she's a lady, so why is she so much into tech? She end up in her husband's house and remain in the kitchen. So as a very curious lady, I was like, I'm not sure this is gonna be possible, not my name. And from there, I put on more effort to, to beat this, challenge, because it's more like a challenge to me. Now, my advice to women out there, or ladies generally out there, is whatever your goal is, whatever your path is, keep pushing. The fact is, this world, we're gonna have, challenges, discriminations, circumstances are gonna come our way. I'm a family person, I do a lot of things, but the truth about it is, you have a goal that you set. You have a goal set. You are passionate about what you are doing. You love what you are doing. Keep doing it and keep pushing. Finally, to all women out there, the young ladies, tech ecosystem is for both gender. Ladies have, their own space there, and they are doing amazing stuff. Let's look at Ada from Google, Adora from Microsoft, Suraya from TT Labs, Farida from Sudo Africa, Elizabeth from InterSuite. And look at myself here. I'm doing amazing good, both in the tech industry and also with my family. So you keep pushing, do amazing stuff, build products, learn tech skills, and we can strive together in tech. Talk about 2024. I will advise ladies to, kickstart a career in tech. And not just because of the advocacy, gender diversity, gender inclusions, or equality, but let's look at the economic growth of the nation. Yeah, when we have women that are also supporting, the other gender, of course, it's going to balance the ecosystem. It's going to balance the economic growth of the nation. So I want to say out there that we ladies shouldn't, just relax and believe that everything can be sorted by other gender, but also serve as supporting and also grow your career in that profession. Finally, I am Memunat Manzuma, a tech ecosystem coordinator and a tech evangelist. Oh, of course, I'm an advocate of women in tech. Thank you.